Hello everyone, I hope you're having a great day. Today, a simple morning in Alex's mother's yard turns into something unforgettable. Real smiles, real family warmth, and one photo that Alex refuses to let fade away. By the end, Tuna doesn't feel pressured, she just feels seen. If you enjoy this story, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss the next video. Alright, let's begin. Morning arrived gently, like the house didn't want to break the calm it had built yesterday. Tuna woke to quiet kitchen sounds and a thin ribbon of sunlight slipping through the curtains. The air was cooler than it used to be, but not cold enough to sting, just enough to make warm tea feel perfect. She stepped out and found Alex already up, moving around his mother's living room with an easy familiarity. Not boss confidence, more like a son who knew where the cups were and how to keep the house peaceful. Henry was awake too. He sat on a thick mat near the doorway, cheeks full, hair sticking up in a way that made him look permanently surprised. He slapped a toy once, then stared at the sound like he'd invented it. Alex's mother smiled when she saw Tuna. Her greeting wasn't formal. It felt like belonging. Tuna nodded and answered softly. That shy tension still lived in her shoulders, the one that showed up whenever she stayed too long in someone else's home. But it was weaker today. Yesterday's small feast had left warmth behind. In the kitchen, in the living room, in the way Alex's mother looked at her without judgment, and in the way Alex sat beside her like he didn't need to prove anything. They ate a simple breakfast, nothing dramatic, just enough to start the day. Alex kept the pace light, and Tuna didn't feel like she had to carry the whole room. When Henry finished, he crawled toward the open doorway, drawn by the bright yard outside. Alex glanced at the sky. Clear, cool, gentle. The plants still held tiny drops from early mist. "Let's go out for a bit," he said. Tuna followed them into the yard and immediately felt the difference. The air smelled of leaves and sun-warmed wood. Birdsong floated from somewhere nearby, not loud, just steady. Henry sat down and slapped both palms on the earth like he was greeting it. Then he crawled, slow and determined, toward a pot plant, completely convinced he had important work to do. Tuna moved to stop him, but Alex lifted a hand lightly. "I'll block him," he murmured, smiling, and he did, without drama. He shifted a chair, created a gentle barrier, then redirected Henry with a safer toy. Henry squealed, forgot the plant, and crawled toward Alex's shoes instead. Tuna laughed under her breath, and Alex's mother watched her face like she was quietly collecting proof that this house could hold her softly. Then Alex's mother said almost casually, "The light is nice." Tuna looked up. It was morning light that didn't glare, only warmed. Alex's eyes sharpened with a small idea. He pulled out his phone and held it like a harmless tool. "Let's take a few photos," he said. "Nothing serious, just today." Tuna froze. Photos meant posing. Photos meant looking awkward. Photos meant being seen. Her first instinct was to step back and pretend she needed to adjust something. But Henry was already busy, crawling in circles like a tiny explorer. Alex noticed her hesitation and didn't push. He lowered the phone and said lightly, "We'll let Henry do the modeling. We just happen to be in the frame." Alex's mother smiled. "That sounds easy." Tuna swallowed and nodded once, still unsure. They started with the easiest thing, Henry. Alex crouched and held his hand out, palm open, letting Henry crawl toward him. Henry grabbed Alex's fingers and tried to chew them, then looked up and laughed like he'd made a joke. Alex took a quick photo, then put the phone down again as if the photo wasn't the point. Tuna's shoulders loosened a little. Alex's mother knelt beside Henry, careful, and Henry leaned toward her immediately, curious. He touched her sleeve, then her bracelet, then gave her a gummy smile. Alex snapped another photo. Tuna stayed standing, hands hovering, not sure where she belonged. Alex tilted his head at her. "Honey, come closer." Tuna stepped in slowly. Henry saw her and crawled faster, as if he was choosing her again. He grabbed her pant leg and pulled himself up halfway, wobbling. Tuna laughed, then caught herself, embarrassed. Alex's voice stayed warm. "Don't stop smiling." Tuna took a breath and let the smile stay. Alex's mother moved to Tuna's other side, not touching, just close enough to make it feel like a group instead of a test. Henry sat between their feet, chewing his toy like it was a microphone. Alex lifted the phone again. "No posing," he promised. "Just look at him." Tuna looked down at Henry and the soft affection came naturally. Henry looked up, face bright, then suddenly clapped once, an unbalanced clap that made everyone laugh. The laugh came out of Tuna before she could control it, and in that laugh she forgot about her hair, her clothes, her shyness. Alex captured it. Not perfect angles, not staged, just real. They tried a few more small moments without forcing anything. Henry leaning into Alex's chest for a second, then pushing away to crawl again. Tuna gently pulling him back from a leaf. Alex's mother smiling behind them, quiet and satisfied. At some point, Tuna realized Alex wasn't aiming the camera at her like he wanted to judge her. He aimed it at the feeling, the small family shape of them. When Henry got tired of crawling, Alex lifted him onto his hip. Henry rested his cheek against Alex's shoulder and stared at Tuna, calm and heavy-lidded. Tuna stepped closer and touched Henry's hand softly. Alex took one more photo, slower this time, like he wanted it to last. Tuna's chest tightened with something warm and surprising. Not panic, not fear, recognition. This wasn't a dream day. It was a normal morning in a yard, with a baby making everyone laugh and two people who treated her like she belonged. Alex lowered the phone and looked at the screen briefly, then smiled to himself. "Good," he said quiet. "Really good." Tuna didn't ask to see the photos yet. She didn't want to break the moment by turning it into proof. She only looked at Henry's face, then at Alex's mother's soft expression, and felt her own heart settle. For once, being seen didn't feel dangerous. It felt like home. After the photos, the morning kept its gentle pace. No one rushed back inside like the yard had been a stage. They stayed a little longer, letting Henry crawl until he got bored, then letting him rest against Tuna's shoulder with that sleepy, warm weight that made everything quieter. Alex's mother brought out water and a small snack, simple and unforced. Tuna sat on the step and watched Henry chew slowly, blinking like he might fall asleep mid-bite. Alex glanced at the photos again, thumb sliding across the screen. He didn't show them right away. He held them like something private. When Alex's mother went inside to tidy the kitchen, Alex shifted closer to Tuna on the step. "You did fine," he said softly. Tuna gave him a small look. "I didn't do anything." Alex's mouth twitched. "You stayed. You smiled. That's everything." Tuna looked down at Henry's tiny fingers, then back out at the yard. The air was still cool, the light was still gentle, and her chest felt strangely full. A little later, Alex's mother returned and said she wanted to prepare lunch, but she didn't make it a big event. Just food, like always. Just a house that fed people when they were together. They ate quickly and warmly, then gathered their things. Tuna assumed they would head straight out, but Alex moved with a quiet intention that made her curious. He didn't announce it like a plan. He only said, "Come." They left while the afternoon was still bright. No sunset yet, no long shadows. The streets were busy in that normal way, with shopkeepers sweeping doorways and motorbikes humming past. Alex drove with steady hands, calm expression, as if he had already decided the rhythm of the day. Tuna held Henry close and watched the road, not asking questions because she trusted him. They stopped at a small print shop, not a fancy studio, just a place with a counter, a printer, and frames lining the wall. Tuna's heart jumped. Alex stepped inside first, spoke to the clerk quietly, then turned his phone screen toward the counter. The clerk nodded and began working. Tuna stood back, suddenly shy again. Alex's mother didn't pressure her. She only watched with a soft smile, holding Henry's hand so he wouldn't grab everything within reach. The printer started humming. A sheet slid out, then another. Tuna caught a glimpse of the photo, her own face mid-laugh, eyes softened, Henry between them like the center of the world. It didn't look posed. It looked real. Her throat tightened. Alex chose a simple wooden frame. Nothing shiny, nothing heavy, clean lines, warm color. The kind of frame that belonged in a home, not in an office. The clerk fitted the print, sealed it carefully, then handed it back. Alex held the frame gently with both hands, like it was fragile not because of glass, but because of meaning. Tuna stared at it, unsure what to say. Alex glanced at her and kept his voice calm. "I'm not trying to rush you," he said quietly. "I just don't want this to disappear." Tuna blinked, and the words landed deep. Alex's mother touched Tuna's arm lightly. "It's a good photo," she said. "It feels warm." Tuna nodded, unable to trust her voice. They left the shop and returned to Alex's mother's house. Inside, the living room felt the same as before. Simple furniture, clean floor, a quiet corner where Henry could crawl safely. Alex carried the frame to the wall above the small shelf in the living room. He didn't measure like a carpenter. He just placed it where the light would touch it during the day. Alex's mother stood beside him, watching without interfering. Tuna stood a step back, heart beating faster than it should, for something as small as a photo. Alex set the frame down, adjusted it slightly until it sat straight, then stepped back. There it was, a family in one quiet rectangle, not perfect, not staged, but unmistakably them. Alex's mother exhaled softly, like something inside her settled. "This house needed that," she said. Tuna's eyes warmed instantly. Alex looked at Tuna, searching her face, not asking for a decision, only watching her reaction. Tuna tried to speak, but her throat tightened. "It's too much?" Alex asked gently. Tuna shook her head quickly. "No, it's just, I didn't expect it." Alex nodded, understanding. "I want you to see what I see," he said softly. Henry chose that moment to crawl toward the shelf and slap it proudly, as if he approved of the decoration. Alex's mother laughed under her breath, and the sound broke the tension. Tuna finally let out a small breath that sounded like relief. She didn't feel trapped. She didn't feel pushed. She felt held. The afternoon stayed bright outside the window, and the frame caught a soft stripe of light. Tuna looked at the photo again, her laugh, Henry's face. Alex's eyes turned toward her. Alex's mother nearby, calm and content. It wasn't a promise written in words. It was a reality shown quietly. They sat for a few minutes without talking much. Alex's mother poured tea again, like tea was her way of making sure the moment stayed gentle. Henry played on the floor, satisfied and safe. Tuna wrapped both hands around her cup and finally spoke, voice low. "It feels real," she said. Alex didn't answer fast. He only reached for her hand on the cup for one brief moment, warm and steady, then let go. "That's because it is," he said quietly. Tuna's eyes stung, but she didn't cry. She simply looked at the framed photo one more time and let herself accept the feeling. She wasn't passing through this life. She was in it, and the happiness she'd wanted for so long was no longer just a wish.
Sau một buổi sáng nhẹ nhàng bên nhau, Alex đề nghị chụp vài bức ảnh gia đình giản dị trong sân, không cần tạo dáng, không áp lực, chỉ cần Henry dẫn dắt khoảnh khắc. Từ Na ban đầu có vẻ rụt rè và không chắc chắn, nhưng năng lượng vui tươi của Henry đã khiến cô bé cười thật lòng, và Alex lặng lẽ ghi lại những khoảnh khắc tự nhiên đó. Khi ngày tiếp diễn, Alex chọn một bức ảnh mà cô cảm thấy ấm áp và chân thực nhất. Anh đưa Tử Na và mẹ đến một cửa hàng in nhỏ, chọn một khung gỗ đơn giản và cẩn thận in bức ảnh. Trở về nhà, Alex đặt bức ảnh đã đóng khung trong khung phòng nơi ánh sáng chiếu vào. Đúng kỷ niệm thành thứ sẽ ở lại mãi mãi. Mẹ của Alex lặng lẽ xúc động và Từ Na cảm thấy vô cùng xúc động theo cách tốt nhất, không vội vã mà chỉ là được chào đón nồng nhiệt. Tập phim kết thúc với cảnh Từ Na nhìn vào bức ảnh đã đóng khung và nhận ra hạnh phúc mà cô bé mong muốn không còn là điều ước nữa, nó đã trở thành hiện thực của cuộc sống.